to see regarding that code structure. Okay, the basically the first thing we will study in the building block of the code. Okay, the building block of the code in the sense, the first thing we can say it's a statement. Okay, the code structure, we can see the first thing we will study is the building block of the code. Okay, so first thing we can see regarding that statements. Okay, the statements are the syntax, okay, the constructs and the commands that perform the action. Okay, the basically the statements are syntax, constructs and the commands that perform the action. Okay, the syntax syntax syntax, construct and the commands. Okay, so that perform the action. Okay, so we can say the statement is equal to syntax, construct plus commands. Okay, so we have already seen that statement. The statement is the alert, that alert hello world. Okay, so which shows the message hello world. So we can have some, like we can have as a many statements in our code as we want. Okay, the statement can be separated with the semicolon. Okay, we can see here in the code editor we can see the thing actually will, this is regarding the yesterday's thing. Okay, so we can use that alert. Okay, so we can have many statement in our code, okay, as we want. The statement can be separated with a semicolon. Okay, so the thing is we can do something here, hello, I can do one colon and the alert is the one more. Okay, so okay, so okay, so for example, okay, so we have here we are writing that alert hello and colon and alert world in the same line. Okay, here we can see that we split the hello world into the two alerts. Okay, the usually the statements are written on separate lines. Okay, or make that code more readable. Okay, so when I save the things, so automatically it takes the next line. Okay, and we can see this is regarding the statement. Okay, and next thing we can say regarding the semicolon. Semicolon. Okay, the basically the semicolon may be omitted in most of the cases when a line breaks exist. Okay, and this would also work actually. How means, so I'm asking, so without semicolon this would also work. Okay, so we can see the example, 1 minute. We can see the example here. I can go live, we'll check once here. Which one? JS hello world. Okay, it's working. So now in JavaScript, like here, like where it is, yeah, in this thing, the JavaScript interpret the line breaks as the implicit semicolon. Okay, so this is called the automatic semicolon insertion. Okay, so I'm removing the semicolon. Okay, when I save, the automatic semicolons are coming. Okay, so here we can say the JavaScript interpret the line break as the implicit semicolon. This is called the automatic semicolon insertion. Okay, and in the most of the cases the new line implies a semicolon, but in the most of cases does not mean the always. Okay, and there are some cases when a new line does not mean the semicolon. For example, we can see, so we can, I will remove this one, I will give the alert. Okay, so I can give the 3 plus 1 plus 2. Okay, so now I will do one thing. So we need to do some regarding that. We need to do the thing. This thing I can make it the next line. Okay, 1 minute. This thing I can make it the next line, and this thing is the next line, like that. Okay, so here the code output is a 6. Okay, 3 plus 1 plus 2 means code output is 6 because of the JavaScript does not insert the semicolon here, like each line. Okay, it's a like we can say, like if the line ends with the plus, then it's an incomplete expression. So the semicolon there would be the incorrect. Okay, in this case, that works as the intended, we can say. But there are some situations where the JavaScript fails to assume the semicolon where it's a really needed. So you guys have seen that. So some like sometimes that colon is not required, but some like there are some situations where the JavaScript fail to assume the semicolon where it is really needed. Okay, that error which occurs in the such cases are quite hard to find and fix. Okay, we'll say this one, it will take the automatically in the first line only. Okay, because of that automatic semicolon insertion. So we can see that one example regarding that uh, that error like semicolon error. Okay, so I will remove this thing, just I will add that alert, and here I will add that hello world. uh, okay, hello, and here I will add one array. Array contains numbers 1 and 2. Okay, there is one hmm, okay, there is one function called the forage. Okay, so we will like we'll say the later. Okay, suppose here an example, like this example for the error. Okay, so if you are like the thing is like so here we no need to think about the meaning of that bracket, this bracket. Okay, and the forage, no need to think about the meaning of that bracket and that forage. Okay, we will study them later. Okay, for now just remember the result of the running code. Okay, it shows the first thing, it shows the hello. Okay, and then 1 and then 2. Okay, so we can see in the output, save, we'll do here, first one hello, not this one, I will refresh, hello 1 and 2. Okay, so here so now let's remove the semicolon after the alert. Let Now I'm removing that semicolon from the first line. I'm trying to save. Okay, hello, and it's giving the error, it's not throwing it's not giving that output 1 and 2. You can see here. uh, okay, this hello, and it's done. Here we have that 1 and 2 also. Okay, the difference is compared to the code above, like this only one character. Okay, the semicolon at the end of the first line, first line is gone. Okay, if you run this code, okay, only the first hello shows. Okay, and there is an error Okay, you may like you may need to open that console, okay, in which I see, which I shown here. Okay, so you guys are need to open that console and to see it. Okay, there are the two numbers, okay, the 1 and 2, but you can't see that two numbers in this thing. Hello, after that hello, we don't like, I'm not able to see that number 1 and 2. Okay, that's because the JavaScript does not assume the semicolon before the square brackets. Okay, the code in the last example like is treated as a single statement. See, the single statement is treating, looks weird actually, right? Such merging in the case is just a wrong. Okay, so we need to put semicolon after the alert for the code to work correctly. So this can happens in the other situation also, but we have seen some for example that is alert. Alert, here we can see hello, and sometimes I will alert this one. This is, we can see the hello world. Okay, so here it's automatically coming that thing, but the thing is, where should need that colon, in the sense that like basically the JavaScript does not assume the semicolon before the square brackets, which I shown you here. Before the square bracket, sorry, before the square bracket. So JavaScript does not assume the semicolon. If you add that semicolon, you will get the output hello 1 2. Okay, so this is regarding the core structure. So basically the core structure, in the sense we can say the statement and the semicolon, we have this much only for the core structure for the JavaScript. Okay, this is very important actually. So where we need the semicolon, where we don't need the semicolon. Okay, so this is the one thing we need to follow. Okay, so the next thing we need to know regarding that, which there is one more thing regarding that the strict mode. 1 minute, this is regarding the code structure, and next thing I want to tell regarding the use strict. Use strict. Okay, so this is called, we can say it's a modern mode. Okay, use strict. Okay, for a long time the JavaScript that evolved that without compatibility issues, the new feature were added to the language while old functionality did not change. Okay, and that had some benefits, that never breaking the existing code, but that downside was that any mistakes or imperfect decisions made by JavaScript creators got stuck in the language forever. Okay, and this was the case until 2009. Okay, when the ECMAScript 5, in the sense ES5, is appeared. Okay, and it added the new feature to the language and modified the some existing ones to keep that old code working. And like the most such modification are uh, off by the default. Okay, and you need to explicitly enable that special directive that called as use strict. Okay, the use strict is basically, it's a directive looks like a string. Okay, so I will add here. Before that, first thing I have to add that use strict. Use strict. Okay, so use strict, so when it is located at the top of the script, okay, the whole script works as the modern way. So suppose if you write the wrong code, like in the like the wrong best practices, so then this use strict will find the errors exact thing. Okay, for example, we can see, so we can yeah, uh, the thing is that we are going to learn the function. Okay, that functioning in the sense like the way to group commands. Okay, so let's note that advanced that use strict. Okay, can be put that like the beginning of the function. Okay, the thing is so I'm doing the thing is, suppose I'm giving that use strict. Okay, so I'm trying to add that alert. I'm trying to add that alert before the use strict. Okay, that alert before the use strict. Just we have to check the errors. Hello world. Okay, so the basically the use strict is a below, we can say the use strict, we can say that below ignore, like below is the ignored, it must be at the top. Okay, the strict mode is not activated, we can say. Okay, so we can see the output for this thing. Here it is. Yeah, you can see the yellow word. The only the thing is only comments may appear above that use strict. Okay, and there is no way to cancel the use strict. Basically there is no directive like no use strict. Okay, that reverts the engine to old behavior. The thing is the use strict in the sense it's a modern way, we can say. Okay, so once we enter the strict mode, okay, there's no going back. Okay, so the thing is we can see in the browser console in the sense, so when we use the developer console to run, then so we need to add that use strict. Okay, the thing is yeah, so first line we can add the use strict. Okay, so after that we can add something regarding that we can add something. mm, okay. Sorry, something. Yeah. The thing is, we need to see some errors. Okay. Mm, but what is happening here? Okay. So the thing is, I will try that x equal to something 10. Okay. So here, okay, that like without strict mode, it will work. But with strict mode, we can see. Uh, 1 minute, I will console this one. I think console.log x. Okay. What is happening here? The thing is, it should not work. X is not defined. Okay. The use strict. Use strict. Use strict. Okay. Yeah. Now it's throwing the error actually. Okay. So here we can see the error. Okay, here we are trying to declaring without the variable, like without the var keywords, var let keywords. Okay, so the use strict will detect those errors. Okay, so we have so many things. Okay, regarding that, like finding the errors. Okay, suppose you are adding the function like with like adding the function like is the wrong way. Okay, suppose you are adding the arrays the wrong way. Suppose you are adding some like the wrong functions. So then the use strict will be detect the errors and throw in the error in the console. Okay, that basically the use strict is the directive, we can say. Basically it's introduced in the es file. Okay, so when placed at the beginning of the script, beginning of the script, in the sense this one. Okay, it activate the strict mode, which that like rules for start from the JavaScript execution. The strict mode helps to catch the common coding mistakes and improve the performance, and make code more secure by avoiding the that avoiding the errors, we can say. 1 minute, I will show the thing. Actually, we need to write some benefits for use strict. The first thing we can see that uh, getting the errors, and the next thing we can say it's improve the performance. Improve the performance. Okay, and third thing, secure. Okay, the three thing we can say in the use strict. Okay, so some key features also that there are regarding that yeah, strict mode. Okay, the key features in the sense the elimination the silent errors, and prevent the like the use of the undeclared variables. Suppose here we are trying to create the variable without name, that without the declaring the using the varlet const. Okay, and when we try to the duplicate parameters. Suppose for example there is a one function, the function name is the add. So here I'm trying to add the parameters as the duplicates, a and a. So here the strict mode will okay, the strict mode will detect the thing. Okay, the statement will detect regarding that duplicate parameters names, so not allowed in this context, like that. Okay, so we don't add the same parameters in the function also. So after that, suppose so there is a special word called this. Okay, so in strict mode, if this is used in the function, this is like that is not explicitly bound to the object, so it will undefined instead of the referring that to global object. So for that thing also, so we don't need to use that this keyword. For example, I will add here, I will add the console dot log dot log and this. Okay, so basically here it throwing the error like undefined. Okay, and there are some functions also there regarding that that strict mode. Basically in strict mode, they restrict the use of the eval. There is a keyword called eval. Okay, so basically use of the eval is avoid the adding the new variable. For example, I will try eval is a function. Eval is the function. Here I will try uh, the var x equal to 10. X equal to 10. Okay, so here the x not added to the scope. Okay, suppose if we want to console the type of x, so then it will throw the error like undefined. Okay, the best thing you have to use like the let x equal to 10. Okay, so then you can use that console.log and x. This is the thing we have to use, and you will not get the error in the browser level. Okay, so you'll get the proper output. So the thing is, we need to follow the best practices, the way of correctness, the quality code. For that thing, so we can use that the strict mode, and it's also improve the performance also. Okay, so the commonly used cases, the thing is, so writing a clean code and secure JavaScript. Okay, and the debugging purpose and avoiding the global variable, and the writing the like the modern JavaScript call, we can say it's the ES6 codes. Okay, and suppose if we want to migrating, so if you want to migrating that older code base to follow the best practices, it's a strict mode, it's a very important. So these are the things we can say. So this is regarding that strict mode. And after that, so yesterday we have seen regarding that variable. Okay, so basically that variable, like we are used to store the like the information. Okay, the variable is the name, the storage for the data, and we can use the variable to store like for example goodies, visitors, or other data, we can say. Okay, to create the variable in JavaScript. Okay, so yesterday we have seen the let keyword, var keyword, and the const keyword. Okay, so we have seen some differences also. Okay, the thing is, so we need to know some, like yesterday I have forget to explain regarding that difference between the let and var and const. Okay, so the thing is, the first like the first thing is the scope. The scope in the var, it's a functional scope, and let and const the block scope. Okay, and the hoisting, basically in the var we can say the hoisted and initialize it to the undefined. Okay, but in let and const the hoisted but not initialization, initialized due to the temporal dead zone. Okay, the second thing is the hoisting. Okay, and third thing it's a redeclaration. Yesterday I have shown a thing, just I'm comparing the example, like comparing the differences between that var let const. Redeclaration, declarations. Okay, so in var we can redeclare, but in let and const like not allowed to the same scope, we can't do the redeclare. But for the reassigning. Okay, so in var and let we can reassignable, but in const we can't do the thing. Okay, reassign. The third thing, fourth thing, fifth thing we can say regarding that mutable. Mutable, the mutable in the sense here we can be assigned, reassigned. Let also we can reassign, but in const can mutate the object and arrays but cannot reassign the reference. Okay, and this is regarding the difference between that let var const. It's a very important. Okay, and the best practice is prepare that const by default. Okay, because of it helps the avoid the accidental reassignments, and it's good practice to use the const for all the variable that won't need to be reassigned. Okay, and the you I can use the let only when your reassignment is necessary. Okay, and use the let when you know that variable will change its value within a block scope only. And please avoid that var. Okay, due to the function scoping behavior, the var can cause like we can see the bugs. Okay, and should be avoided in the new code. Okay, then I can like recommend the use for use you can that let and const instead of that var. Okay, uh, that variable as 10. Okay, so after that, to the what left, so we can start regarding that data types. Okay, the data types. Okay, so the thing is, in the data types, basically, the in 1 minute I will remove this thing and I will add the data types. Okay, so a value in JavaScript is always certain type, always of the certain type, we can say. For example, the string or number. Okay, there are the 8 basic data types in JavaScript. Okay, the 8 basic types in the JavaScript. Okay, and we will cover them in general, like, and in the we will talk about that each of them in detail. Okay, but we can put like we can put any type of in the variable. Okay, for example, the variable can add one moment, be a string, and then store the number also. Okay, the thing is, so here I'm trying to create one variable. Variable is the x. Okay, x, I will add the name as the hello. Okay, so next thing, I will reassign the value. X is equal to the number. Okay, in the programming language that allows the such things, okay, such as JavaScript, are called the dynamic type. Yesterday I have discussed regarding the dynamic type, like what is the dynamic type, like that. Okay, dynamic type in the sense, so the same variable we can use either number, either string. Okay, in the programming language that allows such things, such as JavaScripts, are called dynamically typed, and meaning that uh, like that are the exist data types, but the variable are not like they're not bound to any of them. Okay, and I will show the number okay, for number data types. Okay, so I will create one thing here. Let n equal to 1 to 3. Okay, so I will reassign the c values is 12 point something. Okay, the number type represent the both integer and floating point numbers, but these are many operations for numbers: multiplication, divisions, addition, so on actually. Okay, so in JavaScript we can use like this also. Okay, the thing is, the number, we can say, it's a represents both integer and floating point numbers in Java. So you can see there is a separate data type for the floating point. Okay, but in JavaScript you can use the in numbers, you can use either floating, you can either integer. Basically I can write the represents both integer and the floating point numbers, points numbers. Okay, so the thing is, in after that, so we need to see regarding that one more thing. uh, yeah, the thing is, after number, the thing is, So beside the regular numbers, there are so-called, we can say, the special numeric values, so which also belongs to this data type called. So apart from the numbers, we have some other special numeric values, we can say. Okay, the first thing, infinity. Okay, for the most positive, and the most negative, for we have to use that infinity. Infinity for the most negative. And there is one more thing, it's a nan in the sense it's not a number. Okay, so there are the we can say that the special numerical values which also belongs to this data types, the number, for the number data types. Okay, the infinity and minus infinity, in the sense negative numbers. This is the positive numbers, and this is a nan means not a number. Okay, we need to see what is an infinity. Okay, the infinities represents the mathematical infinity as the, there is a infinity in the sense how it is. Okay, we can see. Yeah, so mathematical expression we can see like this, infinity. Okay, it's a special value that greater than the any number. Okay, and we can get it as a result division by 0. Okay, so I will try here. I can see the inspect. Okay, you can see the left side, that right side. I will try to console, otherwise I try to alert, and up to an alert I will try to divide 1 by 0. uh, so you can see the infinite. Okay, suppose the thing is, yeah, uh, suppose if I try to add the alert is equal to the in alert, sorry, in alert I will try to add that infinity, the infinity, sorry, infinity. Okay, here also it's showing that infinity, just reference is directly. Okay, so this is regarding that the infinity, it's a special keyword for belongs to this number actually. Okay, so now we need to know regarding the what is the nan. What happening here? Okay, nan. Okay, the basically the nan is represents like computational errors, means it is result of an incorrect or undefined mathematical operation. For example, we can do one thing here. So I will write alert, alert, alert. I will write some number like the string, and I will try to divide by 2. So now it will throw the error like nan, means this string is not a number, means that yeah, where it is, yeah. So this nan means it's a not a number. That full form of the nan is not a number. Basically, it's a special value used to represent the result of invalid or undefined mathematical operations. And you can see here. So I'm trying to, I'm checking here. The alert is, I will try to type of nan. Okay, so I will commit this one. I will try for type of nan. So here you can see the, 1 minute, it's not refreshing. Okay, the type of nan is the number. Okay, so here we can see the parent is a number. Okay, inside that we have the special values, the infinity, in minus infinity, and nan. Okay, the infinity in the sense, the thing is like it's represent the mathematical infinity, and its special value that that's greater than any number. Okay, and nan means it's a representing the computational error, and it results of the incorrect or undefined mathematical operations. Okay, and the thing is okay, so we can't use that nan as the combination of add and subtract also. Suppose I'm trying to add here alert, I will do one thing here, nan plus 1. Here also is throwing the nan. You can see, 1 minute, I will refresh this one. Here also is throwing the nan. So basically nan is a sticky. Any further mathematical operation of the nan, it return nan only, not a number. Okay, so if there is a nan somewhere in mathematical expression, so it propagates to the whole results. There are only one expression that to that nan. Okay, the thing is, I will show the thing here. The nan, I will do one thing here, star star, I will do 0. Okay, we'll see the output for this thing. Okay, for output for this thing we can see it's a 1, because of we can say it's propagated to the whole result. There are only one exceptions to that, the nan star star 0, then the result will be the 1. There's a one exception we can say. Okay, and the mathematically the operations are safe. Doing the maths is the safe in JavaScript, so we can do anything divided by 0, or treat treat non-numeric string as a number. Okay, and the script never will stop the errors. Okay, at worst we will get the nan as a result. Okay, the special numeric values formally belongs to the number type, basically, which we have seen a type of nan is the number. Okay, of course they are not a numbers in the common sense of this word. Okay, so this is regarding the numbers. Basically, numbers is the it represents both integer and floating point, and in numbers we can see the special numerical values infinity, nan, and minus infinity. The infinity in the sense most positive values, and minus infinity the most negative values. Nan means it's the not a number. Okay, so after that, so we have one more this is the first one data types, and we have to see for the next data type called begint. uh, Big int. Give me some time, so I have to add the charger. Okay, so the next thing, it's a begint. Okay, so in JavaScript, okay, the number type cannot safely represent integer value. The larger than so we can say the 2 power of the 2 power of around 53 minus 1. Okay, so that's we can say it's a large number. Okay, and we have the less than also, like minus 2 power of 53 minus 1 for the negative. Okay, so to be really precise, okay, and the number type can store the larger integer. but the outside of this shape integer, the range we can say the plus or minus, plus or plus or minus. So there it is, minus is not there, yeah, minus. Okay, so we'll see one more thing. It's wait a minute. So that begin also we can say the special numerical type. Okay, and that basically it allows you to represent an integer that larger than maximum shape integer in the sense the 2 power of 53 minus 1, and the smaller than minimum shape integer in the sense it's a minus 2 power of 53. Okay, and basically it was introduced in the two ES6 ES 2020, actually ECMAScript 2020. Okay, and basically to handle the scenarios where very large numbers are needed, such as we have some suppose if you're dealing with the large data set, so then we can use. Okay, so the thing is basically it's a special numerical type, and that allows you to represent the integers the larger than maximum shape integer and smaller than minimum shape integer. Okay, so the next thing we need to see regarding that, the string. Okay, uh, the we can say in JavaScript, the like string basically in JavaScript the must be surrounded by the quotes. Okay, quotes, we can say like hello, like that, surrounded by the quotes. Okay, the string we can say like used for that textual data, we can say. Okay, for example we have seen the some example for let our name equal to something regarding that, we can say here only. Okay, so here I will try to add the variable called let name equal to something regarding the clean code. Okay, so the thing is in the string in JavaScript must be surrounded by the quotes. Okay, and in JavaScript we have the three types of the quotes. Okay, in JavaScript we have the three types of the quotes. Okay, one it's a double quote. Okay, one it's single quote, and one it's a backticks. Okay, the double quote in the sense we have used that hello, and single quote in the sense we can see hello, and backticks in the sense, oh shit, 1 minute. The single quote in the sense that hello, and backtick in the sense there is a this keyword like this quote we have to use for the backticks. Okay, and the double and single quotes are the simple quotes. Okay, and like there is a practical no difference between them in JavaScript, but in the backticks, okay, are extended functionality codes. Okay, and they allow us to embed the variable and expressions into the string. Okay, so by the wrapping them in we can wrapping them in the dollar symbol, we can use dollar symbol, we can add the variable inside this thing. Okay, we'll do some example for that backticks. Okay, so here there is a name. Okay, I will do one thing here, I will add that alert, and here I will add that backticks, I will use the backticks, and using that dollar symbol. I will edit that name here. Okay, so you can see in the okay, so thing is, yeah. So you can see the clean code is displaying here. Okay, so here we are using that backticks. Okay, so basically the backticks are extended functionality codes. Okay, and they allow us to embed variable and expressions into the string by wrapping them this uh, dollar and curly braces. For example, we have seen this thing, but the expression inside the curly braces and that dollar. Okay, and basically we can use one more thing here. So this is alert. Okay, I will use something regarding that dollar, and I will add 1 plus 2. Sorry, 1 plus 2. Why it's throwing error? We have to add that backticks. Okay, plus. Okay, I will remove this thing. I will check once it's working fine. Okay, yeah. So here we can see that mm, the dollar curly braces are evaluated also, and that result becomes first one, we can say that name, and second thing we have seen that arithmetical expression, that 1 plus 2. Okay, yeah. So this is regarding that string. Okay, so there is no character type. Okay, in some languages there are special character type for the single character. Okay, in Java you can say there is a char is separate and string is separate, but in JavaScript there is no such types. Okay, there only one type, there is a string in JavaScript. The string may consist of 0 characters, be empty, or one character, or many of them, we can say. Okay, and the next thing we can see regarding that boolean. Boolean. Okay, so in boolean, for one more name is there for the boolean is the logical type. Logical the type. Okay, the boolean type has the two values. Okay, the one is the true and one is the false. Okay, so these types commonly used to store the yes or no values. True means yes, correct, or false means no, we can say. And we have some one more thing, the true means 1, false means 0. Okay, the thing is, for example, I will write something here. For example, sorry. Yeah, I'm audible now. So yeah, boolean. So basically the boolean type has the only two values, the true and false, and this type commonly used to store the yes or no values. Okay, so we'll see an example for the true boolean. Okay, here I will do the thing alert. I will give the thing is a true, and alert as the false, and alert as the true plus false. Okay, I will add the alert true alert 1 plus false. Okay, so the thing is I will add this one, this false I will add give me some time. A 2 plus 1. Okay, 1 plus false. Where it is? Yeah, you can see now we are able to see those things actually regarding that boolean kind of thing. First it's a true, okay, second it's a false, and third thing it's a 1. Okay, uh, 1 minute, we'll do one thing here. So instead of alert we can use that console.log 1 2 3 4 console dot log. I will see one thing here, refresh. Yeah, so in the right side you can see the console. Okay, so here the true, the console true, here it's throwing the true, console false, it's throwing the false. Okay, here we are trying to console true plus false. True means 1, false means 0. Okay, so it returning the 1 value. Here true plus 1. Okay, true in the sense it's a 1 plus 1, it's a 2. Okay, here 1 plus false, false is 0, 1 is, we can say it's a output 1. Okay, and one more thing we have to see. Okay, the thing is, suppose there is a one variable is greater, I will do is greater. Okay, I'm checking the 4 is greater than 1. Okay, and I will do one thing here, I will console the is greater. Okay, here is throwing the true. Okay, so these things we can say regarding the boolean. So basically the boolean has two types mainly, true and false. So commonly used to store the yes or no values. Okay, so this is regarding the boolean. Okay, and the next thing we can see regarding the null. Okay, the null value. Okay, so in JavaScript, okay, that a special null value does not belong to any of data like any of the types described above, which is like we can say that big int, string, number, and boolean. Okay, basically it forms a separate type of its own which contains only null value. Okay, for example, we can say the let, the age, we can say it's a null. Age, we can say it's a null. In JavaScript, null is not a reference to the non-existing object, or null, or a null pointer. Okay, like in some other languages, but it just a special value which represents the nothing, or empty, or value unknown. Okay, just in the JavaScript we can just we can represent the nothing, or empty, or value unknown. Okay, the basically that special null value does not belong to any of the data like any of the types described the above, which is we can say that big int, string, and boolean, and number. Okay, basically it forms a separate type of its own, which contains only null values. The null values it represents basically it represents nothing, or nothing, and empty, and value unknown. Okay, so this is regarding the null. Okay, now we can see regarding the undefined. undefined. Okay, the undefined value, the basically um, that special value, the undefined, the special value undefined, the also stands part we can say. Okay, and it makes a type of the own of like type of its own we can say. Okay, just like a same null only. Okay, like the meaning of the undefined means the value is not assigned, means we can say the value is not assigned. Okay, if the variable declared but not assigned the value, then it its value is the undefined. For example, here we'll see the for the example for that thing. So there is a let, I will enter age. Here I will declare the thing but without value. We don't have the value for the age. So here I will try to console the age without value, without value. Okay, so in here it's throwing the undefined because of without value, like without assigning that value, we are trying to console. For that thing, the JavaScript will throw the error called undefined value. Basically, it makes the type of its own, just like a null. The meaning of the undefined is that a value is not assigned. That technically we can say one more thing. Hmm? So suppose you assign some value. The value is the 100. Okay. So I will do one thing here. Okay. So if possible to explicit assign the undefined to the variable, in the sense I will I will reassign the value is age is equal to undefined. Okay. I will change that value to the undefined. Here also we can see that error. It's undefined. That normally one uses the null to assign the empty unknown value to the variable, and the undefined is reserved as the default initial value for the unassigned things. So this is very important actually. Null and undefined, the interval asks regarding this thing, difference between the null and undefined. Okay, the thing is we can say that in JavaScript the null and undefined are the two distinct primitive data types, that types used to represent that absence of value, but they have the different meaning of the uses. Okay, the first thing we can say, the null is basically, for the null is basically represent the intentional absence of the value, like called empty. In undefined, so basically it represents the variable that has been declared but not assigned the value, means not value is not assigned. Okay, so we need to check. Okay, we need to check console.log, sorry, console.log the type of null, and the console.log type of undefined. Okay, so the thing is the object for the type of null is the object we can say. So this is the historical quick in the JavaScript we can say. So the interval asked regarding that type of null, so he said like JavaScript, there is a reason called historical quirk in the JavaScript we can say. Okay, and the type of undefined, it's just undefined only. Okay, So this is regarding that undefined and null. It's very important. Okay, so apart from that thing, so we need to see regard that objects. Okay, uh, we have seen the string, number, boolean, and null, and undefined. Okay, the string is basically in the scenario base we can add the name, messages, or any text. Okay, number in the sense we can calculation, we can add the counting. Okay, and the boolean in the sense it's a decision making. Okay, and null in the sense is a placeholder for no values, we can say it's empty, nothing. Okay, undefined in the sense it's a default state for a variable. Okay, and after that there is the two more things, object and symbols. 1 minute. Object, object and symbols. Okay, so object type is a special, so all other type called we can say it's a primitive, but because their value can contains only single thing. Okay, be it a string or number or whatever we can say. In contrast, that objects are used to store collection of data and the more complex entities. Okay, being that important, that objects basically this object deserved that special treatment in the sense. So we will deal like we will see the later regarding the in depth concept for the object. Just we need to see that, like we need to know what is the object. Basically that object is the not a primitive data type, it's an object for use for storing the collection of data and more complex entities. Okay, we'll see later regarding that object. Okay, and symbol in the sense basically it's a type is used to create the unique identifier for the object. So we have to mention it here. For example, for the for symbol we can say one thing here. For example, I can see symbol. Will guess one example for the symbol. The symbol is, the thing is like the unique only we can say, unique in the sense is the and unique and the immutable primitive data type. Okay, and this symbol is introduced in the ES6 concept. Basically it's a primitive used to create the unique identifier for the object properties. Okay, so this is regarding, that's not important that much things, but you know to like not on the thing the how, what is the symbol. So symbol is basically it's a unique and immutable primitive data types introduced in the ES6 concepts, and basically it's used to create the unique identifiers and for the object properties. And the object in the sense we have seen that that objects are used to store the store the collections of data and the more complex entities. Okay, so these are the regarding that the data types. The first data type we have seen that number, the basically for number uh, of any kind, the integer or floating point or integer like are limited by the like 2 power of 53, and big int in the sense for the integer numbers for arbitrary length. And the string, basically for the string, a string may have the 0 or more characters. There are no separate singles character or data type. Okay, the boolean for true and false, the null it's an unknown value. Okay, and undefined it's an unassigned value, means it's a value is not assigned. And symbol it's a unique identifier we can say. Okay, and we have some non primitive data types called object. Okay, the object is basically more complex data structure we can say. Okay, so apart from that thing, what left regarding the data types? Mm, yeah, so the data types is 10, and so we'll do some expressions and the 1 minute. We need to see something regarding the operators. Okay, so before operator, I have to explain regarding the some keywords. Okay, the keywords are the alert and the prompt and the confirm. Okay, so as well, basically we will be using the browser as our demo environment basically. Okay, and we have used the alert is too many times. Okay, so the basically this alert is one we have seen already. Okay, and it basically it shows the message and wait for the user to press the OK. In here you can see, in here it will come the pop-up. Okay, so it shows the message and wait for the users to press the OK. Okay, so I will do here the alert window one, sorry. Yeah, so here the message like the shows the message and wait for the user to press the OK. Okay, so the thing is it's a mini window with a message called modal. For that thing we can see it's a modal window. It's a modal window. Okay, and the word modal means the visitor can't interact with the rest of the pages. The press other button. Okay, so until they have dead so with the window, so we need to like in this case we need to press that OK only. So like without that key, this button, we are unable to see anything actually in this page. Okay, so this is regarding the alert. Okay, and we have one more thing, it's a prompt. Okay, the prompt basically it's a function prompt accept the two arguments. It's a function basically. Okay, the basically this accept the prompt. I can create one variable result I will is equal to prompt. It accept the two variables like two arguments. Okay, title, for example I will add the title, and one it's a default. uh, One it is the default. Okay, basically it shows the modal with a text message. Okay, and the input field for the visitors and the button OK or cancel we can say. Okay, we'll see here where it is the in the 1 minute. Here we can see the things actually. So in console I will try to add that prompt, the prompt. Okay, the title. What happened here? The prompt title. So not this one. Here we can use the things. It's very, yeah. Okay, so here I will do one thing. Okay, I will use prompt. I'll add some hello regarding thing. Okay, so here the thing is yeah, it shows the modal window. This is called the modal window with the text message. Okay, and an input field for the visitors. Okay, and the button OK and cancel, we can say. Okay, the basically for this title, where it is, yeah, for this title, this text, it shows the visitors. Okay, and that default is the optional for the second parameter. Okay, the thing is, and the thing is one more thing regarding that. Suppose the visitor can type something in the prompt input field and press OK, then we get that text in the result in the sense, suppose in this result. Okay, and they can cancel the input by pressing the cancel. So we'll get some null in the result. Suppose the person will type something, then we will get the value. Suppose person will cancel, then we will get the null values. Okay, so the call to the prompt return the text form, the input field, the null. Suppose if it is cancelled. So this is regarding that prompt. Okay, so we have the one more thing, it's a confirm. Okay, so confirm, I will write the expression for that thing. This is confirm. Okay, so I will add that high. Okay, so the confirm function, this is a function confirm, shows the modal window with the question. Okay, with the two buttons, OK and cancel. Okay, the results is true if it is OK pressed. Okay, otherwise it will throw the false. Okay, we'll see in the output console here. Confirm. Here I will say that are you okay, are you okay. Yeah, here it will ask the question. Okay, the function confirm show the, this is modal window with the question, has a and two buttons, OK and cancel, and the results is true if it is OK, then the result is, it is true when it's OK. If it is cancelled, then it throwing the false, you can see. For prompt also, you can see the, I'm checking the prompt here, I'm typing something, so then it will show the that content. Otherwise you can see that null. Okay, these are the three things we can say, it's interactions, like user interactions. Okay, so in Java you have seen that scanner. Okay, for the giving the input to the code, but in JavaScript you can use that prompt. Okay, so this is regarding the interaction purpose. So tomorrow onwards we can see regarding that operators. And do you have any doubts till now? Because tomorrow I will ask questions. Okay, it's more logically things, you guys are need to practice those things. Okay, the fundamental is very important. So do you have any doubts on this till now? So do I need to repeat something?
No, sir. No, sir.
What about you, Raj?
No, sir.
Okay, what about Preetham? Right, so basically the JavaScript is very vast. Okay, Java, you'll get confusion, like regarding that combined with that Java and JavaScript. Okay, the Java has some other syntaxes, JavaScript some other syntaxes. Okay, plus you need something regarding the focus kind of thing. Okay, you need practice, so please start now onwards. Okay, if you have
Okay,
any
sir.
doubt, please ping me. I will available. Okay.
Okay.
Okay, thank you.